Hi there, I'm Jen, and today we're going to be doing a little journal with me in my very neat junk journal. So I collect a lot of ephemera and bits of paper, as many journalers do, and I always end up just having them floating around the place. And you know, I go to a lot of museum exhibitions, cafes, just, you know, you pick up lots of little bits and pieces, but you never really have somewhere to put them. So I was inspired by some posts I saw on Instagram of someone's very neat junk journal, where they had sort of rectangles that they cut out of these bits of ephemera. I was looking for a punch, like a paper punch, to do this with, and found this one, which cuts out the stamp shape. And you can open it up at the bottom, and you can see there the shape. So I hold it upside down most of the time to sort of position the piece of paper, so I get the little picture that I want. And I chose this stamp shape because I love sending and receiving mail, and I just love this sort of shape, and I think it gives me quite a unique shape to play with. I'm not like a messy journaler, and in my life I'm very organised, so I chose the Traveller's Notebook refill, which I haven't decorated the front yet. I usually fill my journal first and then decorate at the end, but I have only recently started this journal, so I've only got sort of a page and a half in, and yeah, I've been collecting all of my little, I guess you could call them chads, because that's what you would call like a little hole punch piece of paper. Some of them are like random bits of, so I was practicing some stamps on a sheet of paper. Other bits are like packaging. This is from a business card. But yeah, I've got a whole lot to get through. So I thought we could have a little look at doing this together. So I've got this page here, if you can see. So I sort of kept, I like to keep like colours together, but really, you could really just throw everything down on the page and choose what you want to do. I do have some bits that are like from very light tissue paper, and this one is actually part of a stamp. When I'm choosing what I'm cutting out, I sort of try and not go for just like a full logo. It's nice to have sort of bits cut off, make it a little bit more abstract, so that it's not as recognisable, because it is just, you know, trying to collect pieces of ephemera. This is actually from, I don't know if I want to show it, my workings out for Wordle. I found that I think I've got a couple of these because I just thought it was a fun way to, rather than just throwing them away, I can't remember which words these were for. And then I've also been doing some other journaling recently, and I was testing out some, like printing some pictures. So this is from an artwork that I didn't like how, you know, the printing quality came out for these ones. So I just thought I'll reuse them in a way and put them into this journal. So I'm looking at this sheet, and I feel like I want to keep going with the sort of colours. This is quite a brightly coloured page, I feel. So I'm just gonna lay out some things. I sort of don't really like this like full red one too much, but we'll see. What's that green? It's quite nice there. This is just from some wrapping paper. It's really cute. So yeah, I've never had a junk journal before, so this is all brand new to me. So I'm, oops, don't breathe too hard, you'll blow all the pieces away. So I'm really just trying to, you know, see how it works for me, if it works for me at all, and yeah, I don't really want, because these are two from Krispy Kreme, I don't want to have them on the same page, so maybe I could do this. A lot of it's like snack related as well, so it's a good way to remember all the yummy snacks that you've eaten. So I don't know what else. That's the thing, is like filling that last gap. I'm not really sure what I want to put there. Let me just see. Maybe I could move this one and do something like that. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm not too precious about it because, as I said, it's a junk journal, although I am very neat. Obviously you can see I've arranged everything very neatly. But yeah, I just wanted it as a way to get rid of the paper that I don't need in my life, because once I've taken this little piece, I throw the rest away, I recycle the paper, and then I can move on with my life without all of this stuff hanging around. When I did set up the first page, which we can have a quick look at again, I sort of by eye tried to guess where to put them sort of evenly. I know that there's a bit more space from the spine of the notebook, but it's just, you know, you just do what you feel like. I didn't want to get out a measuring tape and, you know, start faffing around with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this Kokuyo glue tape, which I've just had to refill because I've been doing a lot of travel journaling, and I'm going to do it on the desk, but I'm just going to show you one. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape in the middle of each one, so I'm not trying to tape them down too securely, and I'm just going to put them all on the page. Oops. And the thing is that I started doing sort of different materials, so this is like a wrapper from a high chew, so it's like a bit shiny, so the sticky tape doesn't really stick that easily on there. But I think that's the fun part about having a junk journal, is that it doesn't have to be perfect, and like I said, I can just get rid of all of the extra stuff in my life. And I'm sorry if the camera is shaking a little bit. I have a very unsecure table, but as you can see, I just sort of threw everything down, and the perfectionist in me would have probably gone and rearranged them, tried to get a better colour scale, but like I said, this is the third time. I just want to get this stuff on the page, and I don't want to overthink it. Actually, I quite like that composition. Good old King Charles in there. So don't press too hard on your glue. I did wonder if this would come up sort of blue. You can see the blue of the glue tape underneath that, but I think that's quite nice because it ties in with the rest of it. So we'll say it was meant to be. And usually when I'm using this glue tape, you can't see what is underneath, because I'm using it with like proper photo paper, but it doesn't really matter for this. These are a bit close together, but it is what it is. That's two. There we go. That was easy. I think it's nice just to let them sort of build up in the little container. I got this at Tokyo Disneyland. It's actually, I had no idea what I was going to use it for, and now this is conveniently, I just store the hole punch in it like that, and they sort of sit on my windowsill while I wait for them to add up. But yeah, so this is obviously very early days. I've only got 2 full pages, but as you can see, because I've chosen the Traveller's Notebook in the regular size, there's quite a lot of real estate in terms of how many little stamp cutouts I can get. So there's 3 columns of, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 times 6. And yeah, it'll take me a while to fill it up, but I think that's good, because if I fill it up too quickly, I might lose interest. Because yeah, there's what, 60 pages to go. So those are my first 2 pages. I'll leave the others for another day. And this was just a little quick journal with me, and maybe you're inspired to choose another punch shape, because there's the stamp. You can get rectangles, squares, circles, you can get small ones, big ones. I think it's a great way to use up paper that you have lying around and just get it on the page in an interesting way. So let me know if you keep a junk journal. Do you tear things up? Do you use a hole punch? Do you cut them into specific shapes? Do you care about it being organised? Do you like it messy? And let me know what sort of size notebook you use it in as well, because it's really interesting to see like what everyone does. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and please give me a like and a subscribe if you want to keep seeing some more videos like this. I really love stationery, travel, anything from Japan. So yeah, thank you for joining me today.